Hello, welcome. Melissa Wick here. Welcome to practice. This is a twisting class, so we'll be working with deep twisting postures to access the luminous forces in the navel center. So these forces collectively here in the navel are called Samana Vayu. And Samana Vayu is our assimilative force, which means it allows us to digest on all levels of our being. So when Samana is strong, we are able to digest not only food and extract the nutrients from the food and transform it into energy and nutrients, but it also allows us to assimilate our experiences in life and extract the wisdom and transform all of that into maturity. And so this work that we'll do in this practice in this navel center is going to set the scene for some of the later practices that we'll do, which will activate Kundalini at the navel center. So let's get this practice started. If you have a block, it might be helpful for this practice, especially if you have tighter hamstrings. It'll be nice to bring the floor up to us. So have a block at the top of your mat, and we're going to get right into it, starting on our backs. Lay yourself down, and then just pull your knees in towards your chest. Interlace the fingers around the shins. You can close your eyes down if you'd like. Let's take one clearing breath together to clear the space and arrive here. Exhale your breath. Invite in a deep breath in through the nose. Let your belly and chest fill up. And then a big exhale out through the mouth, let it go. All the air out. And just close your mouth and start to breathe in and out through both nostrils. And we're going to begin this practice with some dynamic twisting just to warm up and bring some awareness to the navel center. So take your arms out into a T, palms up or down, and bring your legs into tabletop position, legs together. Imagine a seat belt just holding in the lower abs in, so containing the core, belly drawing in. We'll move dynamically here. Inhale, prepare. As you exhale, draw your legs over to the left and gaze over to the right. So just about halfway. Inhale back to center. Exhale, legs over to the right, gaze over to the left. You don't have to go all the way down. Inhale, center. Exhale, legs to the left, gaze over to the right, keeping the shoulders firm on the ground. Inhale, center. Exhale, legs to the right, gaze to the left. Inhale, back up to center. And exhale, legs all the way over to the left, coming in for a twist. Left hand holds onto the right thigh for support. Now, if that right palm is facing down, flip it up, externally rotate the shoulder. Breathe deeply into the abdomen. You won't be here for too long, we're just warming up. Starting to bring awareness to the collective forces in the navel center. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, legs over to the right, twist. Right hand to the left thigh for support. Left palm is up. There's a saying in Tantra, when in doubt, twist. If you're feeling overstimulated, twist. Or if you're feeling lethargic and stagnant, then twist. It's a very balancing postural category. Good. Come back to center. Bring both knees in towards the chest. Bring in some symmetry once again. From here, we're going to just roll up, or you can roll to one side and then come to tabletop position. So all fours. Spread your fingers wide, wrists under the shoulders, knees hip width distance apart. We're going to move from table to down dog dynamically, and we'll build the exhalation to an 8 count just to really drop the mind into the body. So tuck the toes underneath here. Inhale, lengthen the back of the neck. Exhale, shift up and back, downward facing dog. Inhale, place your knees down for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, back down dog for 5, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, table for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, back for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale, table for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, back for 7, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Inhale, table for 4, 2, 3, 4. Last time, count for yourself, go back for 8. Slow it down. Drawing the navel towards the back of the spine. Once you finish your 8 count, pause in downward dog. Shift your breath back to a 1-to-1 ratio. Inhale 4, exhale 4. You don't need to count, but just intuit it. Awareness in the navel. Towards the end of your exhale, bend your knees and step to the top of your mat. Feet hip width distance apart, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Stay here. Exhale, hands to the waist, shoulders back, chin stays in. Inhale, rise up with a flat back, come to stand. Exhale, Tadasana, mountain pose, palms face forward. Shoulders back, eyes along the horizon. If you want to know human excellence, then we must become familiar and connected to the forces in the navel center. Those two things are innately connected. So we'll move into some dynamic chair. So feet stay hip width distance apart. Inhale, reach the arms up, thumbs back. Exhale, bend your knees, touch chair for a moment, keep the thumbs back, chest to thighs, chin stays in, fingertips graze the mat. Inhale, leading with the thumbs, keep the knees bent, touch chair for a moment. Continue the inhale, straighten the legs. 2 more times like this. Exhale, sit back in your chair. Chest to thighs. Keep the thumbs back in space, fingertips graze the mat. Inhale, leading with the thumbs, touch chair for a moment. Legs lengthen, continue the inhale, rise. 1 more time. Nice slow exhalation, touching chair. Inhale, lead with the thumbs, touch chair as you rise up. Continue the inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, lower the arms down. We'll come back to static chair a little bit later. Pause here and adjust. Now we'll get into some twisting, a series of twists. So step back with your left leg about 1 meter. Turn your left toes in about 45 degrees. This is where you can have your block close by if you have one. Take your right hand to the low back, so back of the hand to the low back. Right palm facing out. Give your right shoulder a loop back. Square the hips. Firm the outer edge of your left foot. Inhale, reach the left arm up. Thumb stays back. As you exhale, you're going to draw that right hip back as you lengthen out of the waist, nice and slow all the way down. Try not to let the arm drop. Keep the bicep by the ear. Bend the right knee if you need to. Leading with the thumb, rise up for 4 counts. 2, 3, 4. Slow down the exhale, lower for 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale, rise up for 4, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 8, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, stay here, lower your right hand down, lower your left, both hands down. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen the spine. Take a block under the left hand if you like. Coming into revolve trikonasana, revolve triangle. Right arm opens up. Keep drawing that right hip back. Look out or up. 1-to-1 ratio, abdominal breathing. Now intuitively feel into the level of the sacrum, making sure it is parallel to the ground. Shoulders out of the ears. Look down. Inhale, untwist, lower that right hand down. Exhale, bring your hands forward, shift forward onto your right foot. Inhale, halfway lift, and lift that left leg up. As you exhale, twist again, revolved half moon, maybe a block under your left hand, right arm opens up, twist. Extend through the crown of the head and through that left heel. Awareness in the navel center, your center of balance. Look down, untwist, lower that right hand down. Step your left leg back to pyramid pose. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, fold. So readjust the hips, making sure they're squared. Draw the right hip back. Hands could be on blocks if you'd like. Deep abdominal breaths. So we know we need to strengthen samana when we keep repeating the same dumb patterns over and over again, and we're not quite getting the message. We need to strengthen samana. Now to come out of the pose, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your hips, shoulders back. Inhale, rise up with a flat back. Feel the power of your legs. Exhale, step your left foot forward. Mountain pose, Tadasana. Palms forward. And just feel that powerful pulse in the navel center. All right. Take a step back with your right foot about 1 meter. Turn your right toes in about 45 degrees. Square your hips so your legs are on 2 tracks. Take your left hand behind you. Left palm faces out. Roll the left shoulder back. Right arm reaches up. Inhale here. Nice slow, long exhale. Fold. Challenge the length of your spine. Bending the left knee if you need to. This is more about the spine. Inhale, lead with the thumb, rise up for 4. Exhale, lower down for 8, counting for yourself. Thumb stays back. Challenge the strength and the length of your spine. Inhale, you rise up. Building those meditation muscles. Exhale, last time, fold, nice and slow. Release your right hand down, release your left hand down. Inhale, halfway lift. You can bring a block under your right hand if you'd like. Exhale, twist, revolve, triangle. Left arm opens up. So you're drawing your thigh towards your chest and chest towards the thigh. And more than anything, this is a beautiful opportunity to drop into the navel center. Feel that fire starting to build in the abdomen. Beautiful. Lower the left hand down. Shift forward, place your hands in front of you. Inhale, lengthen the spine and lift the right leg up. Hand can stay on the block. And then exhale, twist. Left arm opens up, revolved half moon. Lengthen through the crown of the head and reach back through the right heel. Abdominal breathing here. Soak in those luminous forces. Good. Look down. Lower the left hand. Gently step your right foot back, pyramid pose. Inhale, lengthen, halfway lift. Exhale, fold over the left leg. Square the hips. If you feel like the mind is bouncing around, just really focus on smooth, long exhalations here. So really find stillness and master your mind using the breath as the key. Good. Come out of the pose. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to your hips, shoulders back. Inhale, rise up with a flat back. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Tadasana, mountain pose. Drop your awareness in the navel center. Feeling Samana Vayu as a collection of forces emanating power, healing, and vitality. Good, that is a juicy twisting series. From here, block aside. Interlace your fingers behind you. Give your shoulders a loop back. Inhale, open the chest, extend the elbows. Exhale, a little bend in the knees, forward fold. Release your chin in. If you feel that that rounds your upper back, then bend your knees a little bit. Explore stillness here, abdominal breathing. Now from here, release your hands, bend your knees. Inhale, come up to chair pose. Knees stay bent, biceps by the ears. Here we are, static chair. Eyes along the horizon, chest open. Abdominal breaths. Now we need to have chair and twisting postures in a twisting class to really stabilize the lower back and to protect the spine. This is also a very gritty pose. You really get to know yourself in this pose. So rather than trying to avoid it, welcome it. Be in it. Inhale, straighten the legs. Exhale, lower the arms down. Pause and adjust. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold, lower down. Place your hands down and step back to high plank. Shift forward over your wrists, bend the elbows, exhale, lower down onto your belly. Point your toes. Pause here for a moment.
We're going to work with some belly down back bends, which are very complementary to forward fold and twisting classes. It just keeps the mind balanced and calm, as belly up back bends have more of an opportunity to overstimulate the mind. Elbows stay in, shoulders onto the back. Inhale, lift your head, chest, shoulders into cobra. Keep the back of the neck long. And as you exhale, lower down. Twice more. Inhale, nice and smooth, lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up, cobra. Stay lifted for your exhale. Continue to breathe. Feel the belly expand into the ground. And exhale, lower down. Moving into Dhanurasana, bow pose. So steady yourself here, get your mind ready. Bend your knees. Take your hands and grab a hold of your ankles. You can flex the feet here, keeping your knees in line with your hips. Prepare yourself here. As you inhale, you're going to lift your head and chest, lift your arms up. That'll help to lift your thighs up off the ground, kicking your shins into your hands. Keep the back of the neck long. Connect with your breath. This is also another gritty pose like chair pose. This pose is where yogis are born. So learn to love it, make friends with it. It'll change you and evolve you. Release. Release your legs and your arms. Bring one ear down to the mat. And just rest and soak in those luminous forces in the navel center. Turn your head opposite way. And come back to center. Place your hands by your upper chest. Inhale, push up. Exhale, up and back, downward facing dog. You can keep the knees bent here. And this is just to allow your lower back to expand out of its own volition. Now coming into pigeon pose. Bring your right knee to your right wrist, right ankle towards the left. Slide the left leg back. Make sure your hips are squared before you fold. Take a breath in here. And as you exhale, take your pigeon to sleep, either bringing your belly down and extending the arms out in front of you, or come onto your forearms, or if you'd like, you can bring a block to your forehead. This is a nice deep forward fold. Just opening up the back of the right hip and also summoning those lunar forces. From here, place your hands back down onto the mat and push up and back carefully to downward facing dog. And we'll go to the other side. Left knee to left wrist, left ankle towards the right. Slide the right leg back. Square your hips. Inhale, open up. Exhale, fold. Either on your belly, arms extended, or onto your forearms. Drop into your breathing, using your exhales to still the mind. Start to lift yourself up, place your hands down, push up and back with care to downward facing dog. Come down to your knees. You can cross your ankles here and just sit back on your sit bones, preparing for a variation on a twist. So extend your legs out in front of you. You're going to lean over to your right side and bend your left knee. You're going to take your hand and just remove some of the flesh of that left calf, roll it out to the side to make some space. Now, if this is not feeling good for your knee, feel free to sit up on a block or a folded blanket. Next step, we'll bend that right leg and place that right foot to the inside of the left inner thigh. That's the first option. Next option, what you can do instead as an alternative, you can take your right foot into half lotus to the upper left hip. Now that's not a must, it's just an option. You want to protect your knees. If you are here with the half lotus, you're going to take your right hand and grab a hold of the right foot. And then we'll twist. But if you're in the position with the foot to the left thigh, your right hand comes down to the ground for support. Okay, so I'll demo the one with half lotus. Wherever you are with the right hand on the ground or grabbing your foot, inhale, left arm reaches up. Exhale, twist to your right, and you're going to snug the back of your right hand just underneath that right thigh. So your left forearm is exposed. Twisting to your right. Drop deep into your abdominal breathing. Now this pose builds assimilative power. It not only allows us to cultivate the forces that allows us to extract the nutrients from our food and transform it into energy, but it also gives us the power to extract the wisdom from our life experiences. Good, with lots of care, release. Pause in the center here. Soak in those luminous forces in the navel center. And carefully release your legs. Extend them forward again. And we'll take that twist on the other side. So just lean over to your left, bend your right leg. Remove that flesh with your hands from that right calf. Again, we want to have good knees, so don't force yourself into any position that doesn't feel right. Either left foot to the inside of the right inner thigh or half lotus.
If you're in the half lotus, left hand twists around, grabbing a hold of the right foot, or left hand just stays behind you with the left foot to the inside of the right inner thigh. Inhale wherever you are, right arm reaches up. Exhale, twist to your left, take the back of the right hand and just place it underneath the left thigh. So you're exposing that right forearm, twisting to the left. Now there's a little bit of heat in this posture, a little bit of tapas, which means heat, which purifies the personality and the mind. So just allow whatever it is to come up and don't react to it. Just bear witness to it and allow it to be transformed. Slowly release, untwist, pause in the center here. Soak in those luminous forces at the navel. Carefully extend the legs out once again. Coming into Paschimottanasana, seated forward fold. You can internally rotate the thighs here, flex the feet, bend the knees if you need to. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, fold, grab a hold of the feet. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulders back, chin in. Exhale, fold. Keeping some brightness in the chest, abdominal breathing. Now get used to practicing some of these key poses again and again. Sometimes we think that we have to keep things new and fresh and exciting, and that could be a trap. We find what works, and we stick to it. We do it. Inhale, leading with the thumbs, rise up. Exhale, lower the arms down. Pause here. Just receive those lunar forces. Now we'll prepare to lay ourselves down in shavasana to rest, well earned. Letting the body and the mind rest. Let your ankles fall open, palms up. Just allow yourself to drop into stillness. Bringing your awareness to the navel center. Those collection of powerful luminous forces offering healing and nurturance and vitality. As you inhale, feel the belly expand, inviting in healing and nurturance and nourishment. And as you exhale, inviting in grounding, surrender, and release. Inhale as healing. Exhale as surrender. Now release any effort or control of your breath and allow yourself to rest in nurturance and in spacious ease. Slowly begin your return by deepening your breath. Start to invite some movement back to your body, however you wish. Draw your knees in towards your chest to give yourself a hug. Roll off to one side. Pause there for a moment.
in this in-between space. Start to make your way up to a comfortable seated position, perhaps using a block or leaning up against the wall until those meditation muscles are stronger, so you can feel ease in your body, focusing on the pranayama and the kriya and the meditation. The pranayama that we'll do today is called nadi shodhana, alternate nostril breathing. So your right hand will be with the right thumb out, pinky and ring finger out. Peace fingers are in. And you'll take your thumb and your ring finger to the bridge of your nose and just slide it down until you meet the bone meets the cartilage. And that's where you'll gently close the nostrils, and we'll alternate from side to side. We'll be using the 3-part breath throughout Nadi Shodhana. So when you inhale, the belly expands, the breath rises up through the ribs and into the chest. And as you exhale, the navel pulls back in. So sit up nice and tall, hands on the thighs, shoulders back, back of the neck is long. And just drop into your breath in and out through both nostrils. Prepare your right hand with the mudra, right thumb, right ring finger, and pinky finger out. Bring it and let it hover over that point where the cartilage meets the bone. Take a breath in and out through both nostrils. And then gently close the right nostril with the thumb. Inhale smoothly through the left using 3-part breath. Close the left nostril, release the thumb, exhale through the right. Navel pulls back in. Inhale through the right. Close right, exhale left. And we're going to add in a gentle count. Inhale through the left for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale right for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Inhale right for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Exhale left for 6, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Continue on your own, counting for yourself. Alternating from one nostril to the next. The breath is balanced and smooth. Samana Vayu is all about finding equilibrium. And Nadi Shodhana also offers this equilibrium, this opportunity for that. And the next time that you inhale, add in a gentle pause in between the eyebrow center. Feel a subtle pulse for 1 or 2 counts. Then continue on exhaling through the other side and adding in a gentle pause at the bottom of the exhale for 1 or 2 counts. And just continue like that. Pausing at the top of the inhale, the eyebrow center, and pausing at the bottom of the exhales and finding stillness in that pause.
Make sure your spine is still upright, back of the neck is long. And don't identify with any sensations you may be feeling in the right arm. A couple more rounds. Whenever you're finishing up your last round, making sure that you end and complete exhaling out of the left nostril. When you are finished, just release your hand down. Pausing here. Return back to breathing in and out through both nostrils. Feeling this deep sense of balance and centeredness. Rest in higher awareness. Intuitively become aware of, see or feel all of the luminous forces in the galaxy, the sun, and all of the trillions of stars. Feel into the radiant energy that they offer. Remaining aware of this collection of luminous forces, exhale your breath. And with a deep, smooth inhale, draw those forces, that light, in through the crown of the head, down the spine, all the way into the navel center. Gently hold the breath in and feel that light transform into a powerful blaze anchored in the navel center. And as you exhale, feel the flames disperse, nourishing the entire navel center, the organs and the tissues. Return your awareness back to those luminous forces. Inhale, draw that light in through the crown of the head, down the spine, into the navel center. Gently hold the breath in, a retention, and feel a fire starting to build in the navel. And as you exhale, light floods the navel area, nourishing the glands and the organs. Return to those forces. Inhale, draw it down in through the head, down the spine, into the navel center. Hold the breath in gently. Feel that fire. And as you exhale, light floods and nourishes that entire area. Continue on your own like this. And as you become more absorbed into this process, intuitively sense that it's not just the collection of forces in the navel center being nourished and vitalized. It's also the aspects of the mind connected to the navel center also being vitalized and nourished. The navel center and the aspects of the mind here being nourished by the energies of the sun and the stars. Continue on a couple more rounds. One final round. And as you complete your final exhale, release the effort of the breath. Allow your breath to be effortless and spontaneous. Continue to rest your awareness in the collection of forces in the navel center. Become aware of these forces as Samana Vayu, this multicolored wheel of light spinning in the navel center. As this light becomes increasingly more luminous, offering deep intelligence and healing, it also becomes increasingly more stable. Equally stable and luminous. As this multicolored wheel of light continues to spin clockwise in the abdomen, sense that the light that it gives off starts to expand and fill your entire being. Navel center being the source. The light expands and fills your entire being, nourishing it, vitalizing it, and flooding it with core intelligence. Bring your awareness back to the navel center. All of that light returns back to the navel center. And from this place, feel a rhythmic pulse. And from this pulse, feel or sense a silent mantra unfolding, either Om or Soham, effortlessly unfolding. Meditate on that pulse. Slowly and gently begin to deepen your breath once again. Bring your palms to touch in front of your heart space, slight bowing of the chin. Acknowledge your efforts and your practice in your own way that feels authentic to you. Thank you for your practice. From my heart to yours, Namaste.